Yo, what up, guys? Welcome back to the Card Brothers. My name is Caleb, and today I have a very special match. I'm playing a modern match against my buddy Ben, and it's actually his last week here in Florida, so it's going to be, it's kind of sucks that I'm not going to be able to see him as much, so it is cool to get a feature match with him before he leaves. He's playing a really neat deck. It's a Azamina Rescue Ace deck. So he's going to go ahead and start with Bonfire. Bonfire is going to summon Poplar, and he's going to use the Poplar's effect. Poplar is going to go ahead and search a OSS, I believe. We're going to go OSS. Oh, nope, that's the Azamina one. I'm sure we'll catch that. Just a second. Put it back. Yeah. OSS. Go ahead and link this off for a relinquished anima. Go effective Poplar. Then go OSS, send it. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves a Hydrant. Hydrant's going to go ahead and search us a copy of Airlifter. Shuffle up real quick. Go ahead and normal the Airlifter at emergency. It's an emergency. Send that guy away. We're going to go ahead and summon the Turbulence. Go ahead and activate Turbulence. Get to set 4. Really powerful card, really strong opening too against even decks that are designed for going second struggle sometimes with back row. So it is really nice to have that insulation from stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead, set 4. Since we control Hydrant, we can activate the quick play the turn it was set from deck. We're going to go ahead and get the Book of Moon, level 8 guy. Go ahead, banish to summon. Link these two away. We're going to summon a IP, I believe. IP, UP, you get it. Summon IP, and I believe we're going to set some back row here. Set 1, set 2, and pass. Go ahead and start my turn here. We are on a tier limit branded 60 card pile deck. So we're going to go ahead and normal summon the Calob, activate its effects. Calob is going to go ahead and search us a branded in red. Kind of an unusual add. Usually Calob is going to add a branded fusion. We're going to go ahead and activate tier limit Sharon. Now, unfortunately, this gets hit by a Dominus Impulse, which is a very, very powerful card against tier. Sometimes they really need the discard. We're going to go ahead fire the brand. Oh, we do have the branded fusion. Fire branded fusion, which gets met by an Ash Blossom. Go ahead, activate Triple Tactics Thrust. Now, I'm sure as you guys know, both decks that are in this deck like cards being sent from deck to grave. So there is one really strong card here. Ben over there is just counting how many cards he has in deck. We're going to go ahead and add that grass looks greener. Go ahead and activate grass. Grass is going to let us mill. The easiest way to mill with grass is just to count the amount of cards your opponent has in deck and just count that many from the bottom. So we're just gonna do that. Put the rest in grave. Those go to grave. So we're gonna go chain link 1 is tier limits Kashtira. Chain link 2 is, or well, maybe not in this order yet. Okay, so we are gonna make sure we have nothing else here. We hit 4 pretty strong cards. So 1 is Merly, 2 is Beast, 3 is Tragedy, and 4 is tier limits Kashtira. He's going to go ahead, since he controls Hydrant, he's going to activate the effect of the spell, targeting the Merly engrave, which is a really good effect because he's going to go ahead and be able to take it. So obviously Merly can't resolve if it's no longer engraved. So resolve the tier limits Kashtira. Here's a weird thing. We tried to resolve and activate Tragedy, but we actually don't have a legal target for Tragedy because it can only add branded cards. So Tragedy technically hasn't activated here. So we're just gonna, miss. Luckily, this was just a game for fun, or else that would have been a warning right there. And then we're gonna go ahead and resolve the Shadal Beast, which is gonna let us draw a card. Checking our grave, make sure we have nothing else. I do think we hit a Trivy Karma off of the tier limits Kashtira, which is really nice. Him sticking that Sharon in our hand was a little unfortunate, and also losing our Brand Fusion was rough. On resolution, he decides to use the effect of an IP Masquerena. IP is going to go ahead and use its effect, target, I believe, the Merly engrave. He doesn't want to target the Trivy Karma because it'll obviously just get chained. So he's going to target the Merly to banish it. Resolution, we're going to go ahead and activate the effect of Trivy Karma. Trivy Karma is going to add, I bet, the planet. Planet's going to add tier limits Kashtira. So this is actually a new setup. We did get some new recording gear here at the Card Brothers. So if you guys like the way that this looks a little better than our last setup, please let me know, or if there's anything you guys think I could be doing better, I'd be happy to hear about it. So we're gonna go ahead and activate the effect of Tier Cache. Tier Cache is gonna be met with a, I believe that's Extinguish. And then we're going to chain a branded in red. He's going to chain to, I believe, add a guy, which is going to be another Turbulence. So we're going to go ahead and resolve the branded in red. Branded in red's going to add Calob from grave. And then we're going to go ahead and banish to summon the Guardian Chimera. We did have to use 3 different names, so we don't get 2 pops, just 1. So we're going to go ahead, summon Guardian Chimera effect. And then we're going to resolve the tier limits Kashtira to mill 2. We did hit a Keldo, which is actually a really important piece of a combo that we're going to be doing in just a minute, that you guys will get to see. He's going to go ahead and choose to book the Guardian Chimera there, and resolve his other card effect to add. Just thinking here. We're going to choose to pop that with the Guardian Chimera. But unfortunately you can't chain it because it's on resolution. Back to an open game state. We have a little bit more gas. It was a lot to play through, all those spells and traps. IP, Book of Moon on top of it. We're going to go ahead and believe we're going to banish the Tragedy because technically we weren't able to activate it legally. So banish Tragedy, reset the Brandon in red on the field. We're going to go ahead and set, well, before we do anything else, we're going to swing over the IP, activate a Scream, set 2 cards, voiding the imperm column, and then we're just going to pass. So you get to see this unique interaction in just a minute, but he's going to go ahead and draw for turn, perform a Link summon for a Sunlight Wolf here, and then go ahead and activate to summon Rescue Ace from hand. We'll go Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. We're going to go think for a second. Chain Link 3, we're going to target, I think there's an ad-lib engrave. We're going to target the ad-lib. And then we're going to go Chain Link 4, Forbidden Droplet. We're going to send the Brandon in red to grave. And I think we're thinking if we want to negate the other 2 guys that are Book of Moons. In the Sunlight Wolf. We're going to go ahead and I believe we sent this Guardian Chimera that was set last turn. And we're going to send a Rhino Heart from hand. So we can negate Sunlight Wolf and both of the Rescue Ace monsters on field. Now we're going to go ahead and resolve the Brandon in red, which is going to add back the ad-lib. And we're going to go ad-lib, banish these 2, summon a Masquerade. Now we're going to go Masquerade effect. It's going to go ahead and summon back our Quem. It's lucky we got all these cards engraved off of the grass, although we didn't really hit as much as we needed to hit when we did the grass. So we're going to go Quem effect. I should already know that there's not a target in deck, but I checked for some reason anyways. Call a judge, I'm sorry. But luckily it was just a friendly match. If there's no target for Tragedy, there's probably not a target for Quem. Although there could have been a Fallen of Albaz in deck. I wasn't sure about that. So we're going to go, he's going to go ahead and summon out the Impulse using Emergency. Go ahead and summon out another Rescue Ace. And he'll take quite a bit for Masquerade there. He's going to go ahead and link into Princess, and we're going to use the effect of the Quem. Quem's going to target our Cartesia. Now we do have a cool play here in just a second. Since he has Princess, we know he's probably going to go for the summon effect. So we can make him take a little extra damage because we have the Keldo engraved. If we wait to do our play, so he's going to go Princess, target, and he does take 6 for that. We're going to target, he targets the Turbulence, we're going to chain the Keldo. Keldo's going to target a Tier Limits Kashtira and a Fallen of Albaz because we do need another one if we were to Brandon Fusion again. And since we have the field spell on field and the Tier Limits Kashtira was shuffled back into the deck, the field spell is going to trigger and we're going to choose to destroy our own set card, which is a Tier Limits Solic. Solic's going to add the Tier Cash that we just shuffled back. Now we're going to go ahead and activate it. We do know that that last card in hand is a Sheeran because he Dominus Impulsed it. So we're going to get to mill 6 here. We trigger the Scream. So all his guys are down by 500. We hit a Retribution, which is nice. I think we were going to go for like a Lubellian play. So we do activate the Retribution, but we decide on something else in just a minute. So activate Retribution. I think we go for the Brandon in red again. Which arguably should have just been Brandon Fusion. There was no reason not to do that. Then we go resolve the Cartesia. We must have chained it to the effect of Retribution. Thinking what we want to summon here. We do have a really funny play because of some of the cards that are in grave. So we're gonna go ahead and send that and the Tier Limit Sharon in hand to summon the second Masquerade. So now every time he activates a card, he's burning for 12. Resolve Sheeran, and Shadal Beast are going to go ahead and shuffle back. It's a little bit dirty. I feel bad doing this to my friend who's leaving, but game's a game. And we go ahead and summon a Winda. I do believe he declares Battle Phase, but unfortunately, all of his guys are decreased by 500 because of Scream, and Winda's increased by 500 because of the planet. Also, the Fire Attacker is, or whatever the level 8 guy is halved by Droplet currently. And anytime he activates a spell here, he is actually, or anytime he activates anything, he's going to be burned for 12. And even if he did have another SP, he is unfortunately locked under the Princess. So he has to make a fire if he wants to summon again. So it is a little unfortunate. I do think we saw that card in hand that he has is a Super Poly, so he does have an out to the window. But unfortunately, he doesn't have a discard. It's just one card in hand. So he's trying to figure out if there's a way to draw another card, maybe set another card. So he's going to take 12 to activate the Emergency Engrave. I believe he wants to reset the Destruction. But luckily, Winda can't be destroyed by card effects, and I do think we have a couple openings engraved. So if he does target one of our fusion monsters, he will not be able to destroy it, and he's just going to pass. Crazy how Tyr is able to play on both sides of the field or during both players' turns. Like we did more during his turn than we did during our own. Just a lot of setup during our own turn. We're going to draw for turn, and then we're going to go effective Cartesia. We don't want to be locked under our own window here because his guys are a little bit bigger, and we would like to be able to trigger the Scream again to decrease their attack, potentially hit another tier. So we're going to go activate Cartesia effect. We're going to send Havness and Winda to grave. This is going to make a Mud Dragon, try to get some targeting protection. So on a new chain, we're going to go ahead and go Chainlink 1. Havness. Chainlink 2 is going to be Winda to add back the Shadal fusion, which is really funny. And then he's going to go Chainlink 3, target our Masquerade to try to one of our Masquerades to try to destroy it. Unfortunately, he takes 1200 attack or 1200 burn damage for activating that. He's going to take 1200 more for trying to target our Mud Dragon, or I guess he targets our Cartesia here to book a moon. And I think that's going to be all she wrote, because we are going to be able to make Dragos Tapelia, and since we have Shadal Fusion in hand, and we protected our Masquerade, anytime he activates another card, he is going to be burned again. So I think he's a little bit out of this game, and I do think he concedes right here. Actually, we did end up playing a match. I'm not going to show the whole thing because this video is already getting a little long, but yeah, as quickly as you see, he did beat me this match. That was just one of the cooler feature matches that I had, and I wanted to show off that play with the field spell. Fortunately, we just bricked in game 3, and as you can see, I got cooked. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think of the new style of content. Let me know what you think of our new setup, if you prefer the old, if you prefer the new, in the comments down below. That would be really amazing. You know, as always, I really appreciate the support from all of you guys. It really means a lot. And I'm looking forward to making another video for you guys next time. With that being said, this has been Card Brother Caleb, and I will see you all in the next video.